Yo, what is up, YouTube, man? I'm seeing a lot of people make a big mistake when making their build and choosing their build specialization. So this video is going to help you guys out. If it does, if you do want to drop a like and subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton. And appreciate 2K for allowing me to play the game a day early. Let's get into this. So you guys know, or if you don't, whenever you choose your build specialization, you're going to get +2 cap breakers, and you're going to get a max +1 and a max +2. Now, it seems as simple as, alright, I'm going to have a +2 attribute caps. Let me go ahead and put my offensive rebound to 97. I'll just use the +2 on them to get it to 99. But if you do that, pretty much all of your rebounding badges are going to be legend, and you're not going to get any use out of the max +1, the max +2. Now, you can use them on something like Brick Wall, where you could go 91 strength, max +1 it to Hall of Fame or Legend. But it would be more valuable to not choose rebounding specialization and just use 2 regular cap breakers you get, you know, from the season pass, from the crew levels, put rebound up to 99. You could even just start with the offensive rebound at 99. It would be a better decision. It would be way more valuable to do something like go shooting specialization instead of rebounding specialization on a build like this, and then you can get your shooting badges that aren't that high because you maybe made a max wingspan center. You can get your set shot specialist from silver to Hall of Fame. Adding that +2 cap breakers to your offensive rebounding, getting those badges on legend, having the max +1 and +2 in the rebounding specialization on a build like this isn't going to do as much for you as something like that. Now, there are other instances where you could mess up the build. You know, I see a lot of people saying they're going to go 96, 97 on their three-pointer, and they're going to go shooting max specialization. But that ends up being the same thing as the rebounding. Once you go from 97.3 to 99.3, pretty much all the shooting badges are going to be legends, so you're not going to have any real use for those max +1 and max +2 badges. This is just something you guys can think about before you make a build. You would have so many other options on a build like this. If you're just making a point guard with 99.3 or super high shooting, you could make your defense better with a specialization as long as you qualify to get it. You can make your finishing. If you're doing something like making a stretch big where you go 93 pointer and 90 mid-range, then a shooting specialization will make a bit more sense on that, because you can add the +1, +2 to your mid-range. You can max +1 and max +2 your badges, because since you only max out at a 93 pointer, you're not going to be able to get legend shooting badges on the build. So a simpler breakdown: if you plan on getting the 2 cap breakers from your build specialization and you're going to use those to max out a stat to get you a bunch of legend badges, it's probably not going to be worth it to get those 2 cap breakers from the badge specialization. Better just wait to get them from the season pass, from the crew, from the challenges, and then you can use your specialization on something that you're going to get full use out of putting the attribute points on the attributes, the cap breakers, and getting good use out of the max +1 and the max +2 to boost your build. Or maybe you have something that's going to end up being average. You know, you got long wingspan, so your shooting can't be high, so you can choose the shooting specialization to make you a much better shooter. I know a lot of centers, max wingspan centers that are going to be playing as poppers, are probably going to do that. If you got some solid finishing, you want to make it a bit more elite, you can do that. As you guys can see, you don't have to choose your build specialization immediately. You get the option to do it whenever you want. As you can see, all of these are the ones that I could choose. Now, with this build, I'm definitely going to go shooting. I went 90 mid-range. I want to use those cap breakers on my mid-range and a couple of others to get it to 94 eventually for badges plus the ratings. As you guys can see, doing each goal is going to be 1 by 1. So for the shooting specialization, I have to win 20 games before I start getting any other requirements for any of the others. So all the ones you see where I gotta hit shots, I gotta make 3-pointers, I'm not getting any progress to those until I complete the first one, and that is winning 20 games. I'm gonna kind of scroll through, let you guys see what the different challenges are, what you gotta do to get to goal 9 to get your cap breakers. And another thing too, man, if any of this seems a bit ridiculous, make sure you don't choose one that is going to take you way too long. If you're a casual, you end up trying to choose the rebounding one and you need 2,000 reboundings to get to goal 9. There's some that are easier. Shooting's going to be one of the ones that you can get pretty quick because you can just play My Career on Rookie. Something like defense where you got to get a crazy amount of good shot contest. Yeah, you know, Rookie on My Career, it's not going to do a whole lot for you. The Gatorade courts might be a better option. Let me know what you guys think. Man, if you guys did enjoy the video, if you do want to drop a like, subscribe, of course, I do appreciate it a ton. And this is Tonic, man. I got a bunch more videos coming. I'm out. Peace.